Hi guys, welcome in this video. I'm Roberti, I'm a speaker and a coach, and I welcome Joana. Hi Joana.
Hello Andre, thank you for this invitation.
Yeah, with pleasure. How are you?
Good, feeling great.
Good. I wanted to present you Joana. Sorry for my English, I'm a French guy, okay? And it's my first interview in English.
And my first interview in English as well.
Oh, yeah. But I met Joana like what, a couple of months ago here
During the lockdown.
During the lockdown with your mom, and here in Lagos in the south of Portugal it's just paradise, and you are a really entrepreneur.
They say so.
Oh yes, I felt it directly, and you are a woman. I mean, I'm not surprising you by saying that, you know that you are a woman, but is it easy to be an entrepreneur when you are also a woman?
There's some challenges, of course, because how can I express this in my English? Yeah, I've been having some challenges right now with this project with not Eat at the Locals, with digital nomads.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to meet me.
Yeah.
And I also have to work, and people tend, especially men, tend not to react so well when I say no to a cafe.
Oh,
Yes.
really?
Yes.
Okay, so you are very successful.
Everyone wants to meet Joana, I don't know why.
Yeah, so maybe to put like a context, you started with an amazing project called Eat at a Local.
Yeah.
Okay, we will put all the website here under the video.
Yes.
What you are doing. Can you tell us about that project?
Before Eat at the Locals, I used to have guest houses here in Lagos, because I was born in an environment that I would be in contact with tourists since I was a baby.
Yeah.
And so I studied hotel management.
Yeah.
And then I worked for 1 or 2 hotels, and then I quit and I opened my guest houses.
Okay.
And I was always trying to do activities with them, and I felt that when I did some tapas, and I'm not a great cook, they would rather stay with me than going to a restaurant. And one day I was talking to Celia, the manager of this beautiful place, March Studios, and she told me I would love to host tourists to my house and give them the real Portuguese food.
Yeah.
And I kind of was tired of having a physical business, and I wanted a digital one because I wanted to move to Lisbon.
Yeah.
And next morning I woke up at 5 a.m. and I thought, I'm going to open an Airbnb of Portuguese food. And that's it. Suddenly, just Eat at the Locals ideas start to grow, and I started already with this project, and that's it, yeah.
That's amazing, Joana. It's fascinating me because not everybody is waking up with an idea and start the idea. You know, there is always a huge gap between I have this idea and I have to make a plan, I have to speak with a lot of people, and I never start. You know?
I know,
story?
and I have this thing of like any idea or any challenge or fear, I go for it. And of course, sometimes and Eat at the Locals, I made that mistake. That project needed a plan, and I didn't do it.
Okay.
Because I was used to just go and let's go, and I was a hotel manager, not like a digital project just suddenly comes up, and I had no idea what I was going through. And technology, it's a huge challenge.
So you started that project, Eat at the Local. Can you speak about that project? How many people did you...
Well, we launched last year in March, and we have right now 110 hosts in all the country, including the islands, Madeira region and Porto. For me, are my favorite regions to work because I have really good hosts in this region. They are like really...
They want it.
They want it, yeah.
Okay.
And I launched in March, and in the summer I had a burnout, so I had to stop, really, to stop. And then I started again in September, little by little, and then COVID came. So I had to stop this project and also do a total reset for me. It was... In one way was negative, like the financial, but the other way was really good, this reset for me.
What's the next step for Eat at the Local?
Well, what makes me happy right now about working with these digital nomads is that actually I found out the market that it will probably help me to raise up again Eat at the Locals. That's what makes me really, really happy.
You are a real entrepreneur. I'm so happy. I don't know if you're happy to listen to this, but I'm so happy. You can comment below, because you start that huge project. It's also a huge amount of money. We didn't spoke about that. But it's really huge, the amount of money you put in that project.
Yes.
Not everybody does that. And you did it.
I'm crazy for that.
I love crazy people.
Yes.
Because they do just amazing things. That's because of crazy people that we are here.
Yeah.
You know? And the thing is that you have 110 people. It's amazing. It's a beautiful story.
Yes.
And then comes the COVID. So everything is like
stopped.
Frozen.
Yes.
Okay.
I did an experience with the digital nomads before these restrictions. We had an event with 10 people.
Yeah.
And I posted a photo, and of course, like people, you shouldn't do that. So I decided, no, it's not the right time yet. When it comes to vaccine, I will restart.
Yeah.
Because there's many digital nomads in all the country. And one challenge that I felt is that tourists, when they come for a short time, they don't like to make any plans.
Yeah.
And digital nomads, they stay longer, so they can really feel that connection with the local culture, you see?
Yes.
That's why.
And what I really love in your story, that's really a lesson, guys, because when you have a project, like a project from your heart, a project you deeply believe in, you put all your money, all your energy in, and then comes an obstacle, something like huge. A lot of people, they just give up. And what you did is amazing, because what you did is changing your approach.
That's right.
And that's a lesson. Because you said, I never give up that project. I'm on another one, even if I'm like, oh my God, it's difficult. I put so much money in that. I can just go home and cry and see Mama, and then just. But you are up to the next ball and the next opportunity, and you are like, okay, what does people need now?
Yeah.
They need co-working spaces.
Events. People like to be connected with people right now. Yeah.
And you do it.
And I do it.
And she built a community online. Like, how many people follow you online on that community? Because it's like in a couple of months.
Only two. Almost 800 people. They're not all here in Lagos, but they're like.
Yeah. Don't minimize what you do, because it's really amazing. It's 800 people in 2 months on a new project to create events in a moment when it's the lockdown again with COVID. okay? Maybe not so in Algarve because we are like in a better region. But you build that and you open like what, 2 co-working spaces?
2 co-working spaces, and I've been doing events every week with the restrictions as well.
Yeah.
And what I like the most is to connect people.
Yeah.
That's my passion, the real passion.
Oh yeah, and you are really, really amazing with that. So maybe first lesson, guys, never give up and have another approach to see your heart project over there. And maybe a second one, improve your capacity of connections when you are an entrepreneur. It's really a deep value you have. It's also one I have. That's why I wanted to interview you. Do you have maybe some advice about how to connect with people? Because success in the business and everything, it's all about connections.
Of course. Actually, I was doing a podcast a few weeks ago here, and we talked about it was about networking.
Okay.
And of course, staying in an office alone, it's not that way that you will connect to people.
Yeah.
You gotta go and challenge yourself to meet new people.
Yeah.
And if you're shy, the first step, like, you start listening and how people do it, and then next time maybe you start to introduce yourself, and then you feel more confident, and then you go, and then suddenly you are just connecting with people. Yeah. I have this since I was a child, so I always like to meet people, so it's my nature.
Okay. So I have another question, Joana. When you feel you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to build some business, what maybe for you are the 3 baby steps to begin?
So networking for sure, because when I was studying digital marketing for Irara Locals, because I needed to learn new tasks, right? Because I was an auto manager, I was not online, so I studied. And while I was studying, I was investing in my networking. Okay. Also, another thing that I find it's very important is to work your personal branding. Right?
So your advice is to network first, just to connect. Like with nothing. Because a lot of people say, oh, I don't have my visit card, I don't have my website, I first want to have all of that and then I will connect.
Yeah,
you know?
No, you don't wait, you just go. Like for me, I was living in Lagos when I was starting Irara Locals, and I would go to Lisbon to learn digital marketing. So there I would find people of that world, so I was going to connect with people, and I built like a huge list of contacts. So it's great because I knew when I was going to launch Irara Locals, I would have all their support. And it was amazing that I launched, and a local journal made an interview, and I never did a press release, never. All the media just came because my network were sharing in their networks. So even TV, like I remember I was in the summer in the beach, and the TV called me, can you come in 2 days? And I was like, oh, really? Well, of course, yes, I'll go. And so I
first network
for sure.
Just go and meet and connect.
Yes, and then work your personal branding. It's very important because you build trust with your network. Right? Many people, they ask me to send them a plan when they go to Azores. Why? And that's how I started to realize my power of influence, like not influencing, but kind of, right? Because I used to travel a lot, and I still travel a lot to Azores. So they trust, and they wrote me Joana, you show us hoje in a different way that the other people show. So they wanted to experience what I was doing as well there.
Yeah.
And I think that is very important.
Okay. When I'm looking at you, I think there is also maybe a third lesson. You can observe and listen to the markets. You can observe what those people really want now.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I like the details.
Okay.
And maybe other entrepreneurs have more financial vision. I am more with my heart. And I like to make sure everyone is happy and like I never stopped on the events because if something is going on, I like to make sure everyone is enjoying. So I'm the host.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you want to connect with Joana, don't invite her for coffee. You know, you have no time. No, I'm joking, Joana.
Yes, I know.
If we want to follow you,
yes.
Do you have a website, a Facebook page? How
I have many.
Connect with you?
Well, of course, I have my Facebook and Instagram for Eat at a Locals.
Yeah.
Now I have the Instagram for large digital nomads.
Yeah.
And I also have my personal Instagram where I kind of work my personal branding, but I'm trying to have more personal life in my Instagram so people think that I'm a normal human being. I don't work only, I have like my normal life.
Yeah.
And I also have a blog which is stopped because there was a challenge for me when I launched Eat at a Locals. The first time I went to TV, I just panicked. And I was like frustrated for 3 weeks. And I said, okay, Joana, you're not feeding this fear. So you're going again on TV. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
So I made a contact and I said, well, I want to go to TV again. In 2 weeks I was there. I just changed one thing, the smile.
Yeah.
And then you go again. And another thing that I worked on to improve my public speak.
Yeah.
I started to teach Instagram, and then on my classes people started to ask me, can you teach us about personal branding, about networking, about social media in general. And then I built like an entrepreneurship course, and I was starting that project also when COVID came.
Yeah.
So
Great.
I really like to give my support in mentoring people how to launch their projects.
Oh yeah, and you're very good at it. If you come to Portugal, it's just the place to be.
Yeah, right now.
Really.
Yes.
Right now, and I mean like for years.
And
really.
Lagos.
And especially in Lagos, you have two of the most beautiful beaches in the world here in Lagos.
It's
really.
true.
And it's not, there is a lot of other things to discover. So if you are digital nomads, if you are entrepreneur mindset, just come to Lagos, go to the Facebook page of Lagos Digital Nomads. We give all the links below in the comments. So, and just connect with Joana, do what she says, connect people. Personal branding, also change the approach if there is something wrong.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
And maybe follow your heart as well.
I love that. You know, I built a school to become a life coach. Okay, in Paris and Brussels, and it's all about that.
Yeah.
How to coach people in their heart.
Their heart, yeah. And I believe the financial it's also important, but more than that, I think doing with the heart, that's from where comes the real success.
Yes.
And not like the success that you expect from other people, your own success, like
You're right. Thank you, Joana.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So, if you enjoyed this video, can you just put this just here? And maybe you can also share, and maybe you can s'abonner. You say s'abonner?
S'abonner, share?
No, when you just put on I follow this channel. There is a name of that.
I don't know.
You understand what I mean, guys? Just follow this channel, okay? And share it. Maybe there is friends of you, family that are interested by knowing what Joana had just said in this video. Thank you, Joana.
You're welcome. Thank you, Andre.
Bye, everybody.